Thank you, guys. Of course, February is known throughout the world as Black History Month, and that's a song by Miles Davis, whom we love. Yeah. And absolutely, I don't know, it'd be hard to find a more influential artist, probably, than Miles. And it's always fun to play one of his tunes. So good morning, Unity. Thanks for being with us. This Sunday, something special about this Sunday? I don't really know. I don't. I don't know. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dwight Wells, and I'm platform assistant this morning. And a lot of pressure here because something big is happening in Tampa this afternoon. I don't know what it is, but it'll come to us. But anyway, good morning, Unity of Tampa. We have a wonderful group here. We got beautiful music, a beautiful message, and well, I actually auditioned you, so you know. So I got the inside track. Anyway, there's two important dates for this church in February. One is this coming Tuesday. Of course, they'll all be virtual, and I have yet to really figure out what that word means. But because I never did a closing argument in a trial virtually. Okay, so but one has to do with the general membership, and we would hope both people here in the congregation at church and watching us from whatever instrument they have at home will join us for that meeting on Tuesday. And the other one is the election of officers, which I think is taking place on the 28th, the last day of February. So we would urge all of us to participate in that. We're going to have quite a turnover on our board. We're going to have some new board members, and obviously we're going to have some large decisions to make as the year goes on. But I think it's going to be exciting, and we're all looking forward to it. The other thing is, for those people that perhaps are visiting, we have a table out back there with some T-shirts on them about our church, and that would be our gift to you. I've seen a couple people stopping every Sunday. I don't really think that was the ultimate goal, but they explained to me that they only had one T-shirt at home, and they needed more T-shirts. So anyway, anyway, and then for those that are members here, we have to pay for the T-shirt, and I'm trying to figure out if that's discriminatory or not. But anyway, they're $10, and it's.
Dwight, if I may jump in, if you are a member and you haven't bought a T-shirt, please buy a T-shirt. It does a couple really great things for the church. For one, it allows us to give the shirts away as gifts to the guests, right? So like if we all the idea is that if we all as members buy a T-shirt, then we're able to use that in order to fund the gift giving of the shirts. And then also, of course, it's just great to walk around with Unity of Tampa on your shirt. It's a conversation starter. Do a little bit of promoting the church here, so it's kind of cool.
Okay, and the other thing I was asked to say is please silence your different instruments and telephones and those kind of things. I think most of us know that by now, but maybe we forget when you get to be older. No snoring allowed. Okay, and yeah, she's got me speechless already. This is like having the hook and you're pulled off the stage. That's what this is all about. So, see, she didn't know that in my part-time job I was a comic, but now she knows. Okay, I think that's all I've got. So have a great service and a great Sunday. Okay, Norma's coming up next, and she's a heck of a lot better looking than I am. So, okay. Sure. This is going to fall off if you don't. Yeah.
Our mic needs a little repair. I can tell we need to put that on the list. It is. Okay, good morning. I'm back. Okay, so the Donations Without Dollars program. It's going to pop up on the slide in a moment. So far. Next one. Thank you. Okay, so far we have about 9 to 10 people who have signed up and are doing the surveys. It's a lot of fun. I hope that you would take a moment and go in and sign up to do the survey. So far, the total amount raised in the whole community is $5,038. We have raised, with Together in Peace and Unity, we have raised or donated $378. Okay? So this is a fun project. I've done it. I've had friends who live out of state who've done it. They've done it as well. Once you get going, it's your opportunity to praise the places that you go, to give feedback, positive feedback, and also negative feedback. And when I realized I could do negative feedback, it was even more fun. So, you know how you get angry when something isn't right? For instance, I went into a 7-Eleven the other day, and it was dirty. It was horrible. And since COVID has been around, I am very conscious of where I go. So, needless to say, that's a great opportunity to go in and tell them specifically which 7-Eleven is dirty and needs to be cleaned up. So it does good on just not just raising money, but it also helps the community at large. So take a moment, go in. Oh, the other thing I need to tell you about, we were unable to change the community name to Unity/Together in Peace because the program was already up and running. So you're going to go in, and when you sign up, you're going to see Together in Peace. And that's the one that you're going to select. But we are being credited with the money that we provide, okay? Once again, if you have any questions, give me a call, send me a text, email, and I will gladly try to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Norma. That's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm more excited that I got to wear jersey to work today. I think this is the first time in my entire professional career that I'll be speaking in a jersey. I think this is so much fun. And it was a great excuse not to put my contacts in today because my glasses are red. So, hey, I felt like a double bonus. But I just want to say thank you to Norma and to Dwight and to Michael back there. Allison is here for the first time. She and Piper, I told you last week, are alternating, and with Emma. And Allison is Janet's daughter, and some of you may remember she was this big when she started coming here. So it's wonderful now that she's serving our youth ed, and she and Piper switch alternating Sundays. And of course, Emma celebrated her birthday last week, so happy birthday, Emma. Yes. And Emma, don't forget to come get your birthday mask. And Faye, are you here? Yes. Faye, your birthday's this week. Do you have a birthday mask? Okay, Melody, will you take a birthday mask over to Miss Faye back there? And does anybody else have a birthday this week? Okay, right there, Sam's birthday. Okay, Melody's going to make the birthday run. And maybe we'll sing happy birthday?
Let's sing these February babies a little happy birthday. January, too, for Emma. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yes. Jeffrey said to point out we're in 5th place out of 23 teams in the community. So that's pretty awesome. And it's just a wonderful thing we're doing. I did it a couple of yesterday, and they're really easy. You get all these categories to choose from, but they really don't take much time, as Norma said. They're very simple. So let's see. And if you get to 75, you don't have to do any more, because that means you will have raised $150. So it's a great way to give without having to spend your money. All right, let's say our affirmation this morning. Pardon me? Should I? Okay. I'm sorry. I should have thought to check. You're right. Okay. Today, Jeffrey's right, today is our big event in the courtyard. We are going to be making 25 gift bags for mothers at the shelter and 30 gift bags for youth. And last night, Melody helped me, and Jeffrey, Melody, and I got everything tied that was supposed to be tied, cards attached that were supposed to be attached. We have labels to put on all the bags that say Unity of Tampa and Together in Peace as one sticker on the bag. We have lots of candy all of you brought in. Thank you so much. And we have all kinds of gifts. We have directions for what goes where. We're all set. And I want to thank Norma, who's going to help lead for Unity Tampa. And I want to introduce Kathy Johnson. This is my sister-in-law, Jeffrey's sister. And she is going to lead. Kathy lives in Brooksville, but she has been a member of Together in Peace since we started, and she has been a team leader on many of our activities, as has Sharon Hall. So thank you very much, Kathy, for working with Norma today. You two can help us all be in good shape. And oh, yes, and Jeffrey and I ordered 10 pizzas today. So those of you who are helping, we're going to feed you too. And they're on us, by the way, just saying. They're our gift to you for helping today. So little argument about what kind of pizza to, order, but that's okay. Those are things we get through in life. All right, now, thank you. We are going to say our affirmation. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotent. All right, today's daily word, and I forgot to thank our band this morning. Elliot, Michael, Alban, and David, thank you for covering the t-shirt table. David's doing a great job helping us with that and stepping up to take care of that. Today's message from the Daily Word is inner peace. I express the peace of God. Peace, be still. With these words, Jesus claimed his authority and calmed the stormy waters. Following Jesus' example, I too claim authority. In a stressful moment, I center my awareness in the divine presence that lives in me and expresses through me. This divine presence is perfect love, life, and wisdom. It is peace that nothing and no one can disturb. No matter what may be happening around me, at the center of my being, there is always peace. It is an aspect of my divine inheritance, as near as my next thought. I release all fear and tension and embrace the peace of God. And as I do, divine peace radiates from the center of my being. It clarifies my thoughts, calms my emotions, and relaxes my body. In every situation, I am a presence of peace. And from Isaiah 26, verse 3, those of steadfast mind you keep in peace because they trust in you. It's a beautiful message for today. All right, Elliot, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you, Nancy. So we have a new song that we're going to do all month long. That we're going to learn together, all right? It's called Holy, Holy Way. And it's got this great section in there. It goes something like this. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. And then you guys sing. Let me love in a holy, holy way. I think we got it. Oh, yeah, let's stand up, shall we? Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. I want to know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Here it comes. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Woo. Yeah. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Sounds great. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Don't you know that love can heal us all? Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a overflowing. Let me share in the good that's overflowing. Let me care for those around the world. 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 Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. 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 Wow. You guys sound fantastic. Thank you so much for singing it with us.
Good morning. Well, I would like to start by reading this letter that we got from the school that we sponsored for the Giving Tree. So, they said, on behalf of Davis Elementary School, I wanted to thank you for your generous participation in the Davis Giving Tree program. The holidays are always especially hard for our families. This year we had nearly 95 students in need that weren't already covered by the Salvation Army Angel Tree or Toys for Tots. Thanks to the generosity of Unity Church of Tampa congregants, we didn't have to worry about an entire 1/3 of these children going without. Gift Delivery Day is always exciting, and you truly went above and beyond. All the packages looked beautiful. Please know that we are so grateful and that we sincerely appreciate having such caring people like you and Unity Church of Tampa to support our school families. Please extend our warmest thanks to your members. Thank you again, and a very happy New Year. So thank you guys so much. That was amazing, and I'm glad that we got this note, which we did get a while ago, and I just found it. And so today, for our lesson, we are still going to be talking about Harry Potter, and today's message is about the sorting hat. So it is about unity principle number 2, the presence of God dwells in each person. The sorting hat describes itself as being very smart and able to see inside our heads. It knows exactly where we need to be. Our Christ presence is the same way. It is within us, it is our source, and it is available to guide us. So if you would like to talk about this topic at home with your kids who are not here today, you can read pages 117 through 121 in the first Harry Potter book, which is The Sorcerer's Stone. And I'll post this information on the website too. And over in the children's area, we're going to make our own sorting hats today. So if you guys back there want to take home one for the kids, I will give them to you. All right. And Melody, would you like to come over with us now? All right.
I am walking in the light, in the light, in the light. I am walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Awesome. Thank you, Emma. All right, we have 3 great stories today. I want to thank Bobby Lopez, who turns these stories in, and Kathy Johnson, who always gets them ready for us. It's great to have the help. And this first one is about a Tampa boy who is 10 years old. His name is John Rank. He found out his mother was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And she said the entire family was floored by the diagnosis. She has a rare cancer. And for John, the news was beyond tough to take. He felt like there was nothing he could do. And although he felt helpless, he got an idea from watching someone who had been streaming online to raise money for their dad's cancer treatments. So he thought maybe this was something he could do. He created an account on Twitch and began streaming the game Roblox to raise money for Moffitt Cancer Center. By himself, he already raised $450 to support leiomyosarcoma and to support the research. He said, "It makes me feel good that I have a little bit of control. And because my mom goes to Moffitt for cancer treatments, the money I raise indirectly helps her." His mom said, "I definitely don't take many opportunities to be a bragging mom, but I think I'm happy to brag a little bit about this one." Isn't that great? So our second story is about a hospital chaplain here locally at Tampa General Hospital. Her name is Reverend Jenny Sumner Carswell. And she said that when COVID first started to come through the door, she had no idea what she was about to encounter. It would end up being the hardest year of most hospital chaplains' careers. Last year around March or April, we sat down as a spiritual health team and wondered, how were we going to do this? How could we bridge the gap between faith and fear? No longer could they just answer a patient's request for spiritual guidance. They now had to potentially expose themselves to a deadly virus. Carswell said patients just need to know they're not alone and the fear is normal. They're in the hospital for some really scary stuff. For other patients, it was instilling hope and determination that they were going to pull through. Father Jojo Diakim at St. Joseph's Hospital North says he sees more patients diving deeper into their faith. "I see a hunger for meaning, for purpose, for trying to find hope." For those of us who are growing weary of protective masks, social distancing, and time away from family, Father Jojo says this: "The Psalm says at night there are tears, but joy comes in the morning. And I believe there is a new dawn coming, a new horizon, and it's up to us to step up into faith." And our last story is very exciting, I think. This is a TGH nurse who is one of the 3 selected to toss out the coin. Isn't that awesome? In today's game. Her name is Susie Dorner. She's a COVID ICU nurse at TGH. She is going to be one of 3 honorary captains today. She lost both of her grandmothers to the pandemic, one of which had inspired her to become a nurse. She was chosen to represent the thousands of healthcare workers from across the country and the world who have risked their own lives for the sake of our own. Buccaneers legend Derek Brooks was the one to actually give her the news of her selection, and she said, "I'm so humbled and honored. I'm speechless." She added that excited to take in this experience and really enjoy the game and just take a day away from COVID. Educator Tremaine Davis from California and the Marine Corps, veteran James Martin from Pennsylvania were also chosen as honorary captains because they were leaders in their communities during the pandemic. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said, "We are honored to recognize these 3 individuals who represent the best in all of us. During this incredibly challenging time in our lives, Tremaine, Susie, and James have exemplified the essence of leadership." Isn't that an awesome story? One of 3, our city, one of 3. So, Tampa should be very proud of itself for a number of reasons today, and we should be proud to be here. We're all from other places often, but, this is a wonderful way to bring the community together. And with that, I think you're going to get us ready to meditate.
Yes, we're going to sing together When I'm Quiet in Prayer. And just take this as a little time to wind down, prepare for meditation. When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart, I open my heart. When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart, I open my heart. When I'm quiet in prayer, I let go of fear, I let go of fear. When I'm quiet in prayer, I let go of fear. Hallelujah. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love, I see only love. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love. Hallelujah.
Quiet in prayer. What a beautiful message. So let's take a couple of deep breaths and gently let them out. Just imagine your heart being quieted in a rhythmic pattern. And when you're really quiet, you can actually hear the pattern. And just listen to these thoughts and allow yourself to take in what is meant for you today. Today, I open my heart and my mind to learning the value of holding a vision that provides the highest perspective and my highest good. Through changing my consciousness and holding a mindful vision, I can change the course of my life. With a mindful vision, I choose to see how I reflect upon my past and my present. And I am empowered in knowing that I have control and can adjust that reflection with one tiny shift in my consciousness. Just like an artist, I am able to create a new vision that allows me to refocus my attentions in a more valuable way. Surrendering to the flow of life's unplanned twists and turns, I consciously choose where and how to store every memory I have. As divine thoughts are created, so are divine images, and the course of my life changes as well. My mind's eye is what dictates the images I hold throughout the day. So I remain mindful of where I place my attention. trusting that divine thoughts will always help me bring my divine self to the world every day. Through improving what I choose to reflect upon, I choose my experiences. Let's take that in for a moment. I choose to see what images are helpful to me. God has placed within my heart the freedom to choose where I place my thoughts. And I use that freedom to bring out my very best. And with my mind and heart centered in peace, I gently bring myself back to this place and time with the image that is best for me, feeling refreshed, relaxed, and willing to receive what is mine to learn today. Most of us have enjoyed the amazing beauty of a kaleidoscope at one time or another in our life. If you don't know what a kaleidoscope is, I'm going to give you a quick journey. It's a long cylinder, and at the bottom of the cylinder are little pieces of glass and tiny little colorful glass and pebbles. Above that are 3 little triangular pieces of mirror. They form together. And above that is the viewing glass. And when you gently turn the cylinder, the mirrors reflect and change the view of the pebbles and the little pieces of glass. Every single time you turn the cylinder, you are changing the image of what you are seeing. But they're the same pebbles and the same pieces of glass. It's how we choose to see them. Now, the physical act of doing this is really useful because it's really a metaphor in our own lives. Think about this just for a minute. Imagine if every single experience you had in your life was represented by one colorful piece of glass. And along with those experiences came the emotions. And every emotion also has a color to it. Perhaps in our cylinder, the pieces that are happy might be bright blue, and the darker emotions might be gray. But they're all there together, just waiting to be mixed. And you can see, these are just some images of what a kaleidoscope looks like. Now, with one shift in our consciousness, just a gentle shift, you can turn all those memories into a new image. So all of what you think about your past and your life and your experiences changes with one shift, just like the cylinder. And every time you shift again, you rearrange how those memories come together and the meaning they hold. We have a lifetime of memories stored in our consciousness, in that mind's eye. And what we choose to see has everything to do with which way we decide to focus. Our lives have all these beautiful pieces of glass, colorful, not so colorful. But all of them need light to shine upon them in order for them to create an image. And we give that light. We are the ones who bring light to everything that we raise in our consciousness. But this metaphor of the kaleidoscope shift reminds us to keep turning, to keep moving. If we don't like what we see, change it. Look again. Take another perspective. And one of the ways that I believe the kaleidoscope concept can help us in everyday life is think about the last time you were really stuck on something. Maybe you were writing an email, or maybe you were trying to create something, and you were just stuck. You couldn't come up with the answer. You knew there was an answer. You couldn't come up with it. And then you got up and you decided to walk away for a moment. And after you walked away, maybe you grabbed a cup of coffee, filled your water bottle, you come back, and it's clarity. There's the answer, right in your head, laying right before you. Why? Because you shifted your consciousness away from trying to do something you were forcing. So it works not only from a memory and subconscious perspective, but it works in our everyday life when we can't get ourselves unstuck. I call it the metaphorical brain freeze. You know? We're just stuck. We can't let it go. And in one moment, we're able to change it. Oprah Winfrey said this: the smallest change in perspective can transform a life. What tiny attitude adjustment might turn your world around? There's a great story about a woman named Twyla Tharp who really had to change her perspective in order to move forward. The story was written by Nancy Coveney, and it said this: couldn't she smile if only she were taller? They loved her kicking, but like thousands of other women, Twyla Tharp came to New York City with big dreams. The self-described Indiana farm girl enrolled at Barnard College to get a degree in art history, but her real passion, her real obsession was dance. To meet the college phys ed requirements, she studied dance with the legendary Martha Graham and Mercy Cunningham. Soon, she was fitting her schoolwork in between 2 or 3 dance classes a day. A dream was born. But dance is not exactly a surefire, lifelong profession. When she graduated in the mid-60s, she auditioned for commercials, tried out for roles, but she didn't seem to fit anywhere. She lacked the technical skills to be a ballerina. She discovered in a big audition she was too short for the Rockettes. They loved my kicking, but they said that I didn't have the right fit. She said, but couldn't I please smile? Wasn't that enough? She also learned she was too small in all ways to work as a Latin Quarter show girl. She still tried. But she kept wondering, will I ever be a dancer? Do I have any business at all trying to do this? The only way to find out, it seemed, was for her to form her own troupe and create her own style of dance. For 5 long years, Tharp and her troupe practiced virtually every day in the basement of a Greenwich Village church. Sometimes the janitors had to throw them out on Sunday morning. They worked for little pay and almost no recognition. Constantly, though, she said, do I want to do this? Do I? 40 years later, 40 years later, after choreographing over 100 dances on Broadway and in movies like Hair and Ragtime, after winning the National Medal of the Arts in 2004, she still asks herself that question and says, yes, I am in the right business. See, she shifted her consciousness. Instead of playing by the rules everybody had set up for her, you have to be this high, you have to do this. Her passion, as soon as she stopped looking at what everyone else's perspective was, it changed. And the opportunity changed, and the image changed, and she was able to move on. But isn't that true of us? How many times we're stuck by the limits of our imagination and the limits of society and the rules for how we're supposed to live. Isn't that true? But this is where I see the greater purpose coming in. You see, Twyla was only focused on herself initially. But what she ended up doing had a much bigger impact than just on her. And that, to me, is where the greater value came. She became an instrument for good for more than herself. All those people she gave jobs to that were part of the dances she created. Opportunities for many people, not just her, but her instrument still remained there. She had to find another way to use it. But the kaleidoscope concept can also help us in thinking about the world. The world is a universal kaleidoscope. It's one big group of pieces of glass with a whole bunch of emotions and opinions. One big collection, and every individual represents one part of the history of our world. But God's divine light shines on us, and we all figure out how to come together and make things happen. That's the concept we have to start to think about. It's all related to this concept of the kaleidoscope. And you know, it was a client of mine, a really very special client of mine, who introduced me to this concept because he was using it to change people's minds in the workplace. And I became fascinated by thinking about, but couldn't this do more than that? It's a wonderful image from my perspective and just helps me see things differently. But when we come together in our relationships and we think about the unique pieces and we don't like what we see, how about we just shift our consciousness a little instead of having everybody else shift theirs? Maybe we just do our part instead of asking the world to change according to us. Henry Ward Beecher said this: "Our days are a kaleidoscope. Every instant a change takes place in the contents. New harmonies, new contrasts, new combinations of every sort. Nothing ever happens twice alike. The most familiar people stand each moment in some new relation to each other, to their work, to surrounding objects. The most tranquil house with the most serene inhabitants, living upon the utmost regularity of system, is yet exemplifying infinite diversities." He was a clergyman in the 1800s, and he said that. Our takeaways for today. The kaleidoscope shift is a concept that reminds us to, number one, recognize the images of the mind's eye. What we see is often a reflection of our history. Number two, shift your consciousness and change what you see. One small adjustment can change the entire picture. Use reflection as an opportunity to gain insight. Investing time in reflection leads to improved understanding of ourselves. And number four, eliminate habitual and unproductive patterns of thought. Create new thoughts by having new images of yourself and of the world. Our affirmation today is I shift my consciousness to improve my experiences. And our quote is from James Allen, and it says, the world is your kaleidoscope, and the varying combinations of colors, which at every succeeding moment it presents to you, are the exquisitely adjusted pictures of your ever-moving thoughts. And I want to thank Jeffrey Beach and Mary. We started, I didn't get to thank you last week, but we started putting the takeaways in the bulletin. Thank you for your suggestion and your help. All right, can we just take a moment and let's just take this in. I want you to just pause for a moment and just reflect upon the images you've been holding. Think about this past week. What are some of the images you've been holding? And I want you to ask yourself if those images and memories are helping you. And of those images and memories, which ones might you consider shifting your consciousness on? What are the things that you can do in your mind to shift away from those darker spots, the repeated stories, the painful pieces, and find the brighter, little, colorful pieces that you can shine your light on as God shines light on you? We affirm God's good in us and for us. Amen. I want to thank our awesome chaplains who took time to meet with me this week as we revisited our training, our purpose, and ways that we can better serve you. There are multiple ways that we can help through prayer, and multiple ways, rather, you can reach us with your prayer needs. And we're here to pray for you. So I invite you to use any form that we offer and share your prayers, and we will hold them up. All right, Elliot and Michael and Alban are going to sing Joy in the Journey or perform Joy in the Journey. I don't know who's singing, but I'll turn it over to you guys.
I haven't tried too hard in a while to get Alban to sing something, so I don't know. Maybe we need to stick in a mic back there. On all of the paths that have pointed to peace, and all of the cures that have promised release, the message was in all of these: the joys in the journey, the joys in the journey, the joys in the journey. In all of the books I've read and reread, and all of the lectures that have played in my head, the wisdom of the great ones have said, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey. Don't mistake me, be misled, my friend. I've got my days with the blues. When I am down, I'm held back again by someone who's been there too. So in all of the good times, all of the chances I've forgotten I had. The kindest thoughts always comes back. The joy is in the journey. 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 Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're supposed to sing another song, and I jumped up.
That's okay. We can all use the help staying on track on Sunday morning, let's face it. No problem. I mean, I'll take this little moment to also say that I'm excited for what we have planned for next Sunday's music. We got some fun, Valentine's Day themed music, and we're going to have Carol Stricker back to play some violin. So we got guest musician. That's right. And just like some nice things in store. It's always nice to have guests. It's always nice to plan for a special occasion, and I'm just looking forward to that. I invite you all to be back. But now we're gonna end this service with a bang, shall we? Gonna sing this or something better. Now this, once again, is gonna require a little bit of help from you folks. I hope you can help me this morning. There's gonna be a part that comes up, and you'll know when it comes up. We're gonna sing it in the bridge of the song, and then we're also gonna do it again at the end. And it's gonna be excellent to hear your voices on this one too, like. This or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna let go of control. I'm gonna get out of my way. The universe conspires to bring me heaven today. And I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm tired of playing it small, of doing what I think I should. The universe stands up to meet me and claim my highest form of good. I know that this or something better is waiting for you. Yeah, I know that this or something better is the key that will set your heart free. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. This is the part. Know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know that this or something better, now keep that in mind, is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna say yes to my dreams, let my imagination soar. I know that I have gifts I must use. They were what I was put here for. I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. You remember that part? I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, have it. Woo! Keep it going, keep it going. Saying this or something better is waiting for me. And I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm saying that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. Hey, thank you. You guys are sounding good. You guys are sounding good with those backup vocals. It's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you all for singing along with us and participating. Nancy, thank you for a wonderful message.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Playing with you guys and working with you guys is like such a gift. Thank you. You know, you just
feeling
make
is
everything.
mutual.
Thank you. You just make everything look great. And Michael, when you get up, I'm just saying, anything we can do to get you up, I'm all for it. It's wonderful to see the energy, isn't it? I'm very grateful. I love energy. I know you couldn't tell, but that's okay. I'll try to be humbler and quieter. Okay, first I want to say, I just want to take a quick stop for 1 minute to say, next week on Valentine's Day, the kids are also having a special day. So if we have extra candy, I hope those of you who are generous enough to bring candy today don't mind if we save a little bit of that for the kids' party too. So to all of our volunteers, keep that in mind. Any extras we have, maybe we can bag them and keep them for our kids next week for their party. All right, I want to thank you for your generous donations all across the board, your time today, your efforts, the candy, the support, the messages, the love. I want to especially thank my husband. He's a quiet voice in the background. But I have to tell you, he is working very hard to get things on track and to help us. And I'm very grateful, right down to him getting rid of that white sheet that was driving me crazy. You know, I couldn't take it anymore. I told him, I'm going to cut it off. And he said, no, I will do it. And it's probably better that he did. But I want to thank you for all the contributions to our online visitors, to everybody. Let's say our giving affirmation together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I am, and all I receive. Oh, sorry, I did it backwards. Thank you, God. I am so blessed. I can't help it. I'm a creature of habit. That morning affirmation, we always learned it as there's only one presence and one power. I have to make note in big letters here. Do not say presence first. All right, Elliot is going to help us.
You're talking to the guy who took all of the month of January to get the lyrics to God Is My Source right, so.
I'm just saying. Well, we'll surprise you and do that song for another month. And then we'll be the ones who learned it. All right. Yep, let's do it.
Let's stand and sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace.
let's join together and sing our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, all is. And all is? Yes, thank you. All right, next week is the true gifts of love. It's all right, go. See you next week. Thanks for being here.
I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would. So good, so good. And I got you. Hey, I feel nice. Yeah. Sugar and spice. I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you.